Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let me start by asking you a question. Do you ever find yourself lying awake at night, losing sleep over something that might happen tomorrow, next week, or even next year? That constant loop of what-if scenarios playing over and over in your head, draining your energy for a future that hasn't even arrived. You are not alone. But what if I told you that a staggering 90% of those worries will never actually happen? There was a legendary Japanese philosopher and healer from the 20th century named Tempu Nakamura. He dedicated his life to teaching people how to unlock the true power of their minds. His wisdom is so profound and timeless that it's still studied by top performers today who want to achieve a peak mental state. In fact, global sports icons like baseball superstar Syohei Ohtani are known to be devoted readers of his work, using these very principles to build unshakable mental fortitude. So, in this video, we are going to unlock the very wisdom used by the greats to break free from the cycle of worry. We'll dive deep into Tempu Nakamura's teachings on a concept he called Torikoshi Guro, a term for this energy-draining habit of worrying about things that haven't happened yet. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will have a practical toolkit to reclaim your peace, focus your energy, and live more fully in the power of now. Let's begin. So, what is this powerful concept that Tempu Nakamura warned us about? It's a Japanese term, Torikoshi Guro. Let's break that down. Torikoshi essentially means to get ahead of yourself, to leap forward in time. And Guro means hardship or toil. So, Torikoshi Guro is the hardship of getting ahead of yourself. It is the anxiety, the stress, the suffering we create by worrying about problems that do not exist yet. Tempu Nakamura called this one of the greatest and most foolish wastes of our vital life force. Why? Because you are spending your most precious resource, your mental and physical energy, on a phantom. Think about it. When you are lost in Torikoshi Guro, your mind is running a marathon of negative possibilities. This constant mental churn doesn't just exhaust you emotionally. It has a real physical impact. And modern science backs this up. When we worry about the future, our body enters a state of stress, releasing hormones like cortisol. It's our ancient fight-or-flight response kicking in. But here's the key: there is no real tiger to run from. The threat exists only in our imagination. This chronic stress drains our physical vitality. It clouds our judgment, making it impossible to think clearly, and worst of all, it robs us of the only thing we truly have, the present moment. You can't fully enjoy the beautiful sunset in front of you if your mind is already stressing about tomorrow's potential rainstorm. In essence, Torikoshi Guro is the act of poisoning today with a future that, as we learned, will almost certainly never happen. And recognizing this habit is the first, crucial step to reclaiming your power. So we know that Torikoshi Guro is a destructive habit. But to truly conquer it, we need to understand, where does it come from? Why are our minds so wired to worry? This is where Tempu Nakamura's genius truly shines. At the heart of his philosophy is a powerful concept called Shinshin Toitsu, which means the unification of mind and body. He taught that our mental state and physical state are not separate, they are one interconnected system. From his perspective, worry stems from a couple of key sources. First, it's a primitive survival instinct that has gone haywire. In the modern world, our ancestors needed to constantly anticipate dangers to survive. This what-if thinking was a feature, not a bug. But today, most of our what-ifs are not about immediate physical threats, but about social situations, work deadlines, or financial pressures. Our ancient brain doesn't know the difference and reacts with the same level of alarm. Second, and this is crucial, we become attached to our past negative experiences. A past failure, a past rejection, a past mistake. We carry these ghosts with us. And then we project these ghosts onto our future, expecting them to reappear. We let a shadow from the past dictate the light of our future. Tempu Nakamura had a brilliant way of framing this. He would say something to the effect of, "Never allow your mind to become the garbage can of your life." Think about that. Are you letting your mind become a storage unit for old fears, past pains, and imaginary future disasters? He argued that this is completely illogical. Worrying about the future is like trying to fight a ghost. You're swinging at an enemy that isn't even there, exhausting yourself in the process. The problem isn't the future itself. The problem is that our mind has developed a habit of wandering away from the present and getting lost in a scary imaginary world. But the good news is, just like any habit, it can be broken. And in the next section, we'll learn exactly how to do that. All right, this is the part you've been waiting for. We've understood the what and the why of worry. Now, let's get into the how. How do we actively fight back against Torikoshi Guro? Tempu Nakamura didn't just diagnose the problem, he gave us the cure. And I'm going to share 3 simple, powerful steps you can start using. The second, this video is over. Step number 1, reclaim the now. This is your most powerful weapon. Worry cannot survive in the present moment. It feeds on the future and the past. So, your job is to starve it by anchoring yourself to right here, right now. Try this with me. Right now, wherever you are, pause. Take a deep breath. Now, name 3 things you can see around you. Maybe it's your computer screen, a cup of coffee, or the light coming through the window. Just notice them. Next, name 2 things you can hear. The sound of my voice, the quiet hum of your room, the traffic outside. Listen. Finally, what is 1 thing you can feel? The chair, supporting your back, your feet on the floor, the texture of your clothes. In just 10 seconds, you have pulled your mind out of the imaginary future and slammed it back into reality. This is your emergency brake for a runaway mind. Use it anytime you feel the worry starting to build. Step number 2 is what I call the thought switch technique. This is about actively intercepting those negative thoughts before they spiral out of control. Your mind will naturally throw "what if" questions at you. What if I fail the presentation? What if they don't like me? What if I lose my job? The moment you catch yourself thinking one of these, you must consciously switch the question. Instead of, "What if I fail the presentation?" you switch it to, "What is 1 small thing I can do right now to prepare for it?" Instead of, "What if they don't like me?" you switch it to, "How can I be my most authentic and kind self in this situation?" Do you see the massive difference? You transform from a passive victim of your fear into an active, empowered problem solver. You take the steering wheel back from your anxiety. And finally, step number 3, active affirmations, or using the power of suggestion. Tempu Nakamura was a huge believer that the words we repeat to ourselves, consciously or unconsciously, literally build our mental and physical state. He taught that your subconscious mind is always listening, so you have to be the one to give it positive, powerful instructions. Don't wait to feel confident, command yourself to be confident. Here are a few powerful affirmations you can start with. Say them out loud with conviction. My mind is strong and clear. I have the power to handle any challenge that comes my way. I am focused, calm, and capable. Say them in the morning when you wake up. Say them before a difficult meeting. Write them on a sticky note and put it on your mirror. You are actively reprogramming your mind to believe in your own strength. So, to recap, anchor yourself in the now with your senses. Switch your what-if thoughts to active questions and feed your mind with powerful affirmations. These are not just tricks, they are training exercises for your mind. Those 3 steps are your powerful, in-the-moment first aid kit for anxiety. They are your tools to stop a worry spiral dead in its tracks. But Tempu Nakamura's wisdom goes even deeper. It's not just about fighting fires. It's about building a house that is fireproof. It's about creating a mind that is fundamentally less prone to worry in the first place. This is about playing the long game. It's about developing daily habits that strengthen your mind over time, just like you would strengthen a muscle at the gym. So, how do we do that? Here are 2 simple, yet profound daily practices to build your mental fortress. The first is keeping a gratitude journal. I know, you might have heard this before, but there's a reason it's so powerful. Worry is the habit of scanning for what could go wrong. Gratitude is the conscious practice of scanning for what is already right. Every single day, perhaps before you go to bed, write down 3 specific things you are grateful for. They don't have to be huge. The taste of your morning coffee, a kind word from a stranger, the simple fact that you are breathing. This simple act trains your brain to seek out the positive, building a baseline of peace and appreciation. The second practice is to celebrate your small wins, all of them. Did you successfully use the thought switch technique today? Acknowledge it. Did you stop for 10 seconds to just focus on your senses? Celebrate it. Give yourself a mental high five. This isn't about ego. This is about neuroscience. Celebrating small victories releases dopamine in your brain, creating a positive feedback loop. It rewires you to associate these new healthy habits with a feeling of success, making you want to do them more. You build a chain of evidence for your subconscious mind that proves you are capable, you are growing, and you are in control. So, here is my question for you, and I really want you to be part of this conversation. What is one small step you can take today to start building your worry-proof mind? Will you start a gratitude journal tonight? Will you choose one affirmation to repeat? Or will you commit to using the Reclaim the Now exercise just once a day? Share your commitment with our amazing community in the comments below. Reading each other's goals is incredibly motivating. Let's inspire and support each other on this journey. So, there you have it, the profound yet beautifully simple wisdom of Tempu Nakamura. We've learned today that Torikoshi Guro, worrying about the future, is one of the greatest wastes of our energy. We've learned that it's a habit, not a necessity. And most importantly, we've learned that you hold the power to change that habit right here and right now. I want to leave you with this one final crucial thought that lies at the very heart of Tempu's teachings. Your true strength, your real power, it doesn't live in the anxious future or the regrettable past. It exists in one place and one place only, this very moment. Right now, your true strength lies in this very moment. Not in the past, not in the future, but right now. Trust in that power. Live in that power. If this message resonated with you today, if you felt a shift, even a small one, please help spread this wisdom by giving this video a thumbs up. It truly helps the channel reach more people who might need to hear this. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next journey into wisdom. Finally, for those of you who feel inspired to go even deeper into these incredible teachings, thank you so much for investing your time with me today. Let's continue to learn, to practice, and to grow together. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.